Our special effect here, the more debuff it has, the more damage it will take. Every time an ally attacks, including multi-hits, so if you hit 4 times you get 4 stacks, you will increase the damage you do, stack up to 10 times. Then Berserk stack, which applies to MLD, which is this yellow one, multi-dimensional dreamscape, which is just 6 turns and you need a healer or guardian to make sure that you don't die. For the boss game itself, every time it takes a skill damage or a debuff, you will gain decline stack. And the decline stack can stack up to 15 stacks, and each stack is a 3% debuff. And max stacks is 45% debuff, which is pretty huge. The other thing is that when it prepares, you have to reach 10 decline stacks to remove the preparation status so that you will not do big damage to your characters. And the single target character will always prioritize on your DPS. In this video's case, it's MESSA. So here's the team. So you may be wondering, why am I using Win here? Why am I not using Futaba? The reason is because I get more score. I get more value from Futaba in Queen. I tested it already. But the point difference with and without Futaba is huge for Queen side compared to MESSA side. MESSA side is like 8 million difference. For Queen side, it's up to 15 million, which is huge. At least for my case, using Futaba is better for Queen side. But of course, it's best for you to try different navigator. If you have Phoebe, try Phoebe also. She might do better, she might do worse. You can try Futaba also if you have her. And just keep whichever score that gives you the most number of total score, both side 1 and side 2. If let's say your first side you do 80 million, second side you do 20 million, that's 100 million total. Keep that if that's your highest. If you do like a 70 million on the first side, 20 million on the second side, then that's 90 million only, then you don't want that, right? Just keep the highest one, which is 100 million. MESSA, of course, our DPS, it is A0 MESSA. So the rotation can be different depending on your awareness, because high awareness might have a different rotation. I think maybe A6 requires you to Reaper skill 1. For A0, you just spam skill 2 the entire way because you don't want to remove the bleed stacks, because the bleed stacks matter a lot. The Wisdom Oppression set with Star Weapon, stat screen. Then we have Moko as the healer. You can replace her with Soy if you want. I'll put the rotation for Soy in the end of the video. Soy is a pretty good replacement, but the rotation is going to be quite different from the MESSA because Soy has too much defense debuff already. And sadly for Moko, I wasn't able to get to 0% defense debuff. Not enough. I still have like maybe 17% defense left. Wasn't able to get to 0. I mean, I can if I use like a CHORD block from Wonder, but CHORD block isn't as good as Chikokuten, I find. The attack buff is better compared to the signature skill. So I have Departure Control set here for the defense debuff. If you have a lot of defense debuff, if you have her at A1 or 5-star weapon, you probably don't need this. You need to do the calculation yourself on Dufer.net to find like the best set for her for the fight. 4-star weapon, stat screen. Of course, we are CHORD. We're using CHORD here over the other side because Queen requires Vino. So you cannot really take out Vino and put CHORD there. So that's why we use CHORD here. So CHORD has Trust and Power set to buff MESSA's attack even more, because MESSA works best with attack buff. Crit damage, crit rate, not that useful for him. 5-star weapon not required. 2 follow rotation, stat screen. For navigator, like I already mentioned, I'm using Win over Futaba because I find Futaba more valuable for the other side. And because I'm not using Futaba here, I actually don't have enough defense debuff. If I'm using Futaba here, then defense debuff should be no problem because Futaba's defense debuff is higher, up to 60% compared to like 40% from Win. And she's running Resolve Labor for the extra 10% debuff. 4-star event weapon, stat screen. For Wonder's weapon, I'm using the eye weapon because, like I said, not enough defense debuff, so I'm using this instead. If your defense debuff is enough, you can probably use Ex Machina instead. For Persona, the first one we have Komokuten. He's just there mainly for the passive and also Automata Kaja. Giving Rakunda also if possible, so that you can use it on the first turn. Then you can keep him equipped so that Automata Kaja is active for the first turn, because the moment you swap, this one vanishes. Other Persona is Jikokuten. You need Tarakaja and Tarakaja. You're not sick, you need Tarakaja. Now sick is good because you can use Tarakaja and debuff with the mark at the same time. You also need Tatra Shot to debuff. For turn order, has to be like this specific one that has to be first, because one of the turns we need to swap Persona to use highlight. And then Moko, CHORD, MESSA. First turn, use Rakundang, preferably on Komokuten, so that you can remain his Mataru Kaja, the auto Mataru Kaja. So you keep him equipped. Then Moko skill 2. Oh, also skill 2. Then MESSA skill 1. Inflict the bleed and stuff. Then we'll reach to 10 decline, which will stop his strong single target move. So I'll use Cleave instead. Then Win skill 1. debuff defense.
どうしようかしら。戦術支援発動。
Then you go to Jikokuten or Tarakaja, make sure you aim on MESSA so he gets the passive. We're gonna delay the highlight a bit. Let's keep doing with Moko. This will also debuff defense from the departure control set. Then we do a MESSA highlight. So get the 10 bit stacks. And the boss should be at maximum debuff now. At 15 stacks, which is 45% defense debuff. Then CHORD skill 1. MESSA will be spamming skill 2 entirely. But it is for A0. If it's higher awareness, you can try changing the form to skill 1 and stuff. But A0, I find using skill 2 the best. Then we do a skill 3. Then we go to Yanosik, use Tarukaja. This will both buff MESSA and inflict mark on the opponent at the same time. Then skill 2 with Moko. Skill 3 for some good damage. P5X 2.4, decent. And MESSA skill 2. Then we do a win skill 1. We cannot use skill 3 here, so just do skill 1. Don't have enough intel stacks. Then you switch to Jikokuten. Then use the highlight. Make sure you target MESSA, because for some reason it triggers the passive for Jikokuten, which is strange. Then we do a Rakunda. Skill 3. And CHORD skill 2. MESSA skill 2. Okay, decent. And we do a skill 1 again, because we want to sync the skill 1 and skill 3 in the last turn, just a big damage turn. Then we go to Yanosek, Tatra Shot, use to mark, because mark is like 40% debuff, which is huge. We definitely need that. And we do a Moko, skill 2. Skill 1. CHORD highlight. Okay, it's activated at a good time. The last 2 turns now. Do skill 2. And okay, that's pretty good. Then we do a skill 3. Then Jikokuten highlight. Okay, highlight Tarukaja of attack. Skill 3. Then CHORD skill 3 for the big damage. Then we do a MESSA highlight. And lastly, skill 2. It should be 60 million, I think. Yeah, definitely 60 million. Yeah, 62. This is the rotation for Soy. So for Soy, right, I'm actually using Kushinada and replacing Yanosik because we do not need any more defense debuff because Soy gives too much already. So Kushinada is good that she also has a passive that buffs attack as long as you equip her. It's like a using persona, right? You can see that on turn 3 and turn 6, we are Kushinada Mataru Kaja. By equipping her, when MESSA do damage, he will get the extra attack buff. It's like 6.8 times 3 or 2 or something like that. Like each time you use a buffing skill from Kushinada, you will buff the attack even more. That's why I use Kushinada. And 57.3 million, not too bad. It's quite interesting also because this team was able to hit 0% defense debuff. The Moko rotation, which is this one, I wasn't able to hit 0% defense debuff, but it got higher. So it kind of just proves that Moko is better than Soy, despite not reaching 0% defense debuff.